Yo, yo, yo. Excuse me. What's up, friends? This is Joe Idone here at Tour Picks on Twitter. You see right there in the headline, Seeker of Longshots. That's what we're here to do. This is the Launching Longshots segment presented by the good people over at RotoBaller. The promo code, if you would like to get access to all the premium content, I'm talking about everything that I put out, the market movers stuff, the Discord, the Launching Longshots, Spencer Aguiar's models and wizards, and everything you need to possibly know from DFS, including that from Byron, the Model Maniac, Joe Nicely's articles, everyone there. Matt Miller's breaking down Live Golf Miami this week. We've got a full team flag hunting pod. Like, the amount and the abundance of content you have access to for a very small fraction of a monthly bill. I believe with the promo code LINES, you can get it down to like $6 a week. LINES over at RotoBaller. Premium PGA subscription. Get there now. Okay, this is what we do in this segment. We break down three guys. It's been the season 2024 of the long shots. We're trying to hit one. Did pretty well in the top 20 markets last week. We're going to hit it again this week. And guys, I have a problem and I can't stop, won't stop betting Keith Mitchell. The stat profile reeks of a guy ready to break out and potentially win a tournament. He has been boosted all the way up to 75 to 1 this week. I thought the price last week at 50 to 1 was outrageous given his form, and we get an inflated number this week off one singular miscut. The price in the top 10, in the top 20 markets is 3 to 1 this week out there. Look at the amount of top 20s that he's been able to produce recently. 4 out of the last 6 tournaments, notwithstanding the miscut. The approach play has been absolutely phenomenal. He's been doing so despite consistently bleeding strokes on the greens with the putter. This is a guy, this is a stat profile. When you see this entire left-hand side colored in that deep, dark Kelly slime green, it's a guy that you want to put on your card. Keith Mitchell is 75 to 1. I think it's a fantastic number this week. Excuse my gaming hub trying to get an update here. Let me X out of that. Get back to Keith Mitchell. Strokes gained tee to green. The amount of times in the last 5 starts that he's been able to produce over 6.5 strokes tee to green has been 3 of those. The other one was 3.76. He was doing it dating back to the American Express and the Sony you see there. He's had a great year. He's flushing it with his irons. He's hitting it well off the tee. He's got to have a decent around the green week and he can get there. You know what, guys? This is a golf course at TPC San Antonio, the Oaks course, that I've seen Corey Connors win twice at. I'm okay buying into the fact that someone like Keith Mitchell going to have a good putting week here, an abnormally good putting week here like Corey Connors did, and be able to utilize the significant advantage that he has with his iron play and his ability to hit it long and straight off the tee. Keith Mitchell, 63% of fairways. That's roughly 4% over driving accuracy in terms of tour average. 178 mile an hour ball speed. He swings it 6 miles an hour faster than the average drive. He's hitting it 8 yards further than the average person. He's gaining almost 2/3 of a stroke off the tee per round over the last 6 events that he's played. Just a guy that continues to be in fantastic form and a guy that I'm willing to take on at a big long shot price of 75 to 1. Okay, now that I have one that makes a lot of statistical sense, I'm going to give you 2 that make very little statistical sense. The first guy I'm going to tell you about is Taylor Pendrith. Now, when I pull up this stat profile, you're going to notice that it's remarkably different than that of Keith Mitchell, but I have some reasoning here. I really do think this is a great course fit for someone like Taylor Pendrith, someone who is extremely long off the tee, averaging 312, but really gets crushed by driving accuracy. This is a course that actually yielded more birdies last year from the rough than it did the fairway. While they are narrow, it is the 3rd lowest miss fairway penalty on the PGA Tour. You can miss here and be fine. You just can't miss huge, and that's the hurdle that he's going to have to get over. You see that he's actually been a pretty consistent putter, a reasonable performance last week at the Houston Open. Let's sort of go round by round here. -2 opening round, +3 in round 2 to barely make the cut. -2, -2. He shot back-to-back 70s on the weekend over there in Houston. I think that he's poised to kind of have one of those random top 20 weeks. He's 150 to 1, guys. plus 450 in the top 20 market, I think is a good bet for Taylor Pendrith. We've seen, here's my other thing. You see the little banner up there? Kent State Golden Flashes, proud grad. Corey Connors went to Kent State, 2 wins here. I'm playing that narrative. Yes, I am on Taylor Pendrith, the Kent State Golden Flash from Canada. It all's coming back to me. And then what you're not going to see when you research the statistics here, like on most stats sites, is the stats from when these players played on the Korn Ferry Tour. And I went back because the Korn Ferry Tour hosted an event at TPC's San Antonio just a few short years ago. Davis Riley won that event. I'm sure you've heard people mention it this week when talking about Davis Riley. You know who finished runner-up to him that week? It was Taylor Pendrith, 150 to 1 plus 450 in a top 20 market. We're putting Taylor Pendrith on the card this week. And finally, there was no way I was getting out of this segment without mentioning this guy. I talked about him at nauseum on my podcast. I love the fact that he doesn't look like anything else. He doesn't talk like anything else. He doesn't play like anyone else. And he's not concerned with conforming to the norms of the PGA Tour. We need more characters. We need more Toasty. Seeing him play on Sunday and not back down when Scotty Scheffler's on the leading board and he's getting into a little tiff on the putting surface with Tony Finau will tell you all you need to know about this dude, Toasty. Last week was fantastic. Gained 11 strokes at Houston. That was the week. That was the confidence boost that this little bulldog needed. I think that he's going to play well again this week. You can get him 5 to 1 in a top 20 market this week. I love that bet. I've made that bet 175 to 1 out there in the outright markets as well. Alejandro Tosti is a guy, when you look at the very bottom of this list, that you're like, I can see this guy has the fire, the tenacity, the will, the guts to pull out a win on the PGA Tour as a rookie. Toasty was never not going to be on this card and a part of this segment. This has once again been launching Longshots. It's been a pleasure to bring this to you on behalf of the entire team at RotoBaller. I wish you all the best of luck. We are seekers of Longshots. We're going to hit one this season. I promise you it's coming. Good luck at the Valero Texas Open. We'll be back.